Welcome back to Nifty Garage. My name is Richard. Today we'll be doing a radiator replacement on this QX60. If you need any OEM replacements, you could get them at saccityauthoparts.com. It's a pretty straightforward process, but before we do anything, we're going to go over the tools we need for the job. You'll need a 10 mil and an 8 mil, some pliers, a Phillips screwdriver, and a clip popper. First things first, we'll go ahead and get this cover off that's covering your radiator. There's just a few clips all the way around. We'll go ahead and take it off, and it fully exposes the radiator. One thing to note is if your radiator is hot, give it some time to cool down. In our case, the radiator is completely cold, so we're gonna go ahead and drain it now. Also, make sure you have somewhere to actually drain your coolant into. The hole is just right up in here. You'll take the Phillips. And as you can see, it's not draining out very fast. I like to typically wait to remove the radiator cap just to see where all the coolant is gonna go, and then go ahead and remove the radiator cap once I have the bucket lined up. See, as you can see, it made the coolant come out a lot faster. And then the next thing I'm gonna go ahead and do is remove this lower coolant hose. It'd be pretty straightforward, just get it off. Also, while you're down here, there is two trans cooler lines connected to the radiator itself. As you can see them, there's one here, and then another one right up here. We'll just go ahead and remove both those. So we'll go ahead and move these trans lines. As you can see, a little bit of transmission fluid will come out. It's nothing really to be worried about, it's not too much. You can go ahead and kind of tuck it up so it doesn't drain too much. And the second line is off. Next, we'll go ahead and move these two upper hoses. This little one right here first. Kind of grab it and twist it a little bit. Should pull right off. And then the main upper hose as well. Just go ahead and pull right off. So on this clamp, I was able to get it to kind of lock some of these clamps so we're able to lock. Otherwise, it is kind of hard to get off. Next thing we'll do is get this hood cable out. You're gonna go ahead and grab your pliers, pinch right there, and then pull it through, up and over, and then move it out of the way. And then we'll go ahead and start removing these 8 mils that are holding the radiator actually down. Go ahead and just pop it right off. Same on this side. And then the condenser is also attached to the radiator by some 8 mils. So we'll go ahead and grab a ratchet and an 8 mil and get that off as well. Next, we'll go ahead and remove the 8 mils holding the AC condenser to the radiator. It's just gonna be 2 8 mils, one on each side, just like this. And then one on this side as well. Next, we'll go ahead and fully remove this little brace right here. It's a 10, and then you'll go ahead and grab a 13 to remove the hood latch. Get that out of the way. And then there is 2 10s fully behind, holding this entire bracket in right there. So we got the last 10 mil out. Was able to get this bracket out. Because of this coolant outlet right here, we're not able to fully pull the radiator completely back because of the AC condenser. So you will have to drain the AC out of the car. We're using the snap-on machine to fully get it. As you can see, the top does barely clear it, but the bottom is a lot longer. So the AC condenser does fully have to come out. After draining your AC, you'll go ahead and come right down here, and there is a little 10 mil holding both the AC lines together. You'll go ahead and get that out, and you can pop the lines off and get the condenser out. There we go. Now with those lines disconnected right there, so there is this one little plug right here that we will have to get off as well. It's just one plug, pull straight out. And then with those lines completely disconnected, we'll be able to just grab the AC condenser And then after you get that AC condenser out, the radiator should just pull right back and right on up. And that is how you remove the radiator. So you could see that the coolant was leaking from the top of the radiator here somewhere. It was starting to blow down, get into the fans, and just blow everywhere. You can see that it looks like it was probably cracked right up around here somewhere, causing it to just leak coolant everywhere. So on the bottom of just about every radiator, there's gonna be little rubber bushings on both sides, you can see. You're gonna wanna grab those, and you'll see it has two little holes, or two posts right here. We'll go ahead and line those up and drop it on in. And then once we have the radiator in, we'll go ahead and grab the AC condenser. We'll go ahead and put the AC mounts back in. Grab your 8mm, twist them on there. And we'll go to this side, grab this one. That one on there. Grab your other 8mm, get it in there. And then we'll go ahead and grab 2 more 8mm again and get the AC condenser all tightened back on. Perfect, get this side in. And then go ahead and make sure you plug your AC condenser back in. And then same with putting the 2 high and low side back in as well. Get that 10mm all snugged up. Make sure those lines are tight. And then we could go ahead and put this bracket back in. We'll go ahead and put that 10mm right there back. And then we can go ahead and get the hood latch back in. Pop that. Go ahead and grab this other coolant hose right here. Make sure it runs right through there. Get that back on as well. And then there is one more, the main coolant hose right here, the top for the inlet. We'll go ahead and slide that all the way back on just like that. Make sure your hose clamp's nice and tight on there. Next, we'll go ahead and put the transmission lines back on. There's this first one right here. Slide it all the way in. The next one is right on this side. Slide it all the way in. And then we can go ahead and put the main outlet line for the radiator on. Got that nice and tight. We'll go ahead and do the 2 clamps for the transmission lines as well. Perfect. Make sure you wipe up just a little bit of the trans fluid that dripped out, if any at all. And then we should be done with the bottom of the car. Last thing we're gonna go ahead and do is fill the radiator and bleed the coolant, as well as recharging the AC. I like to use this bleeder cup here. It helps get all the air out of the system, as well as turning on the heater. The reason we like to turn on the heater when bleeding a car, it allows all of the coolant to circulate through the heater core, which gets all the air out of the system. And that's how you change a radiator in a QX60. If there's any other videos or anything you'd like to see, leave a comment down below and make sure you like and subscribe.